Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to take a look at a legend base which I used the last couple of days and was really successful so far. I will have the link for this for the base in the video description and in the comments pinned as one of the main comments above everything else. So let's check out the base first. Before we're taking a deeper look at the traps, we will first off look at, I have to first shout out Slayer, who built this base and gave me the permission to show this base on YouTube, because it's defending pretty good, especially defense or strategies like P.E.K.K.A. Bobet, which is taking over right now. And the reason for that is because those really outside town halls do really well against P.E.K.K.A. Bobet. But why is that? Why, basically? And the reason for that is that the RAM is super risky to use because most of them are coming from the right side, which means it's kind of likely that they're going to miss the town hall. The town hall is not trapped too much, which means not too many traps are located around the town hall. Most of the traps are around the center, which means even if some people are getting the second star, it's most of the time really low percentage true star because they're getting the 50% kinda and then they're running out. The other option is they're coming off from one of those two angles I just showed you guys, and this means that, well, they're not making it to the town hall. Another thing is that a lot of people are trying to get into the alley behind the town hall, but this means they get either the top or the bottom side. Let's say they get the top side with their main push out of the way, like the main P.E.K.K.A. smash or P.E.K.K.A. Bobet. But this means the backend is super annoying for bats because you can't freeze, except at the top, a single Inferno Tower with Wizard Towers together. You can see it right now. The only Wizard Tower which is possible to freeze with an Inferno Tower is at the top, or top middle part of the base. Except that you can't freeze a Wizard Tower with an Inferno Tower. And this makes it really hard to actually use bats on this base. You guys will see it later on in a couple of replays. The next thing is that most of the time you trap the Town Hall a lot in Legend League, which means a lot of players are kinda scared of charging or getting into the Town Hall immediately, or they're overdropping troops, which means basically that they're dropping too much because they're expecting a couple of traps, which are basically not there because they're, like I said, mainly around the center of the base, which means, like I said, it's designed to be a combination of an anti-3-star base and an anti-2-star base. One of the only things which might be changed, or if you guys feel that way you can change it, is the tornado trap. I'm not 100% sure about the tornado trap, to be honest. I haven't tested this base for too long, maybe 3 or 4 days, and I have collected a couple of really nice attacks on this base for a couple of replays with different strategies, and I will show you guys in a second. But I can just tell you guys, try to use this base. It's working really well. I feel like those teaser bases are doing really great at the moment in Legend League. And like I said, since it's a combination of an anti-3 and an anti-2-star base, it's doing really well. But let's check out my defense log because, like I said, even if you're not getting 1-star defense, most of the time the defensive percentage are really low because I can't highlight it enough, but all of the traps in the core or near the core makes it super hard to push through that, especially when you're coming from the right side, and that will be the main 1-star potential on this base. But let's check out how this actually works. If you want to support me or my channel, feel free to use my creator code. Especially tomorrow, there's going to be the new Go Pass season. I guess all of you saw already the new King skin. And, well, use creator code iTzu if you want to buy that. That would be super helpful for me and my channel. But let's check out the first replays. And guys, a quick reminder. Today I will stream, I will do one of my first English streams on my Twitch channel. I will have hopefully scheduled soon on when I stream in English and when in German. Today at 8 p.m. Central European Summertime, I will stream, not summertime, Central European time. I will stream the Tower 12 tournament, which is getting hosted by me, with a couple of juicy gems to earn for the new update. And, well, if you want to hang get over and hang around in the stream chat, feel free to do so. I will see you guys in the live stream. I was not able to record the first 0-star. Was one of my only 0-star defenses in a long time. And, well, this guy actually dropped all of his troops. So it's not like he's not max or anything. This guy or this base actually screwed him up. So it's not too bad. Let's check out the first attack. The first attack is going to be an earthquake-based attack. And let's see how he's doing. He's basically doing like a kind of similar strategy, or basically the same strategy as I posted a couple of days ago, and he's using the earthquakes. It wasn't like too bad that he misdropped the first earthquake set, but now we're getting into the issue zone, like the center of this base, where most of the troops are dying and like splitting around, because this base has a lot of L-shaped compartments. What does this actually mean? It basically means that the troops are getting lost in the compartment because it's really hard to funnel. Because like basically you can see it on your screen that the troops are not getting to the town hall because those L-shaped compartments making it really hard for the troops to actually follow a certain pattern, which makes it easier for the attacker to predict them. Even though he nearly made it to the town hall, it's not going to be a 2nd star, and the one missing wall is basically kind of like a bait, if you want to call it this way. The next attacker is doing the more straightforward attack strategy, or like the more straightforward entry, which means he's using 2 electro dragons for funneling and then the P.E.K.K.A smash right into the town hall using the warden ability. And now you guys can see what I talked about. If you're doing this P.E.K.K.A smash, or like this push into the town hall, you see he's not getting any of the wizard towers and he's not getting any of the multi-inferno towers. So let's see how much those bets actually get. He's freezing the inferno tower, but the Inferno Tower is getting covered by the Wizard Tower, and this is what I'm talking about. He got maybe, I think he got 1 Tesla out of the way at the bottom with his bats, but except that, the bats got basically 0%. And this is what what I try to tell you guys about this base. It's crushing bats. Like, it's super hard to use bats on this base, but let's see the next attacker, because it wasn't the last guy who tried to use bats on this base. But let's check out the next attack, and this one is going to be once again a P.E.K.K.A smash bowbat, or like a P.E.K.K.A bowbat attack, which basically means he's once again bringing the bat spell. But this guy is having a different approach. He's coming in from the right side, into all of the wizard towers, into all of the multi-inferno towers, and trying to take those out. But let's see how this works, and once again those L-shaped compartments are coming in clutch, because take a look at how those troops are splitting up. The queen is getting distracted. P.E.K.K.A are going one way, the queen with the boulders are going the other way, which means the healers do not really know where to follow, which means the top P.E.K.K.A are dying really quickly against the enemy queen, which means this attack is running out. But he got most of the multi-inferno towers and wizard towers down, which in the end is not getting him too far, because you have to know about the bats, that bats are getting, or like doing reduced damage on gold storages or gold collectors, which basically means the town hall is a storage in that sense, because it has like resources in its belly, I don't know. But the point in that is that bats won't do any damage to the town hall. Just check out, there are like 100 bats, and they're dealing basically 0 damage to the town hall. So always keep that in mind if you're doing the P.E.K.K.A bowbat. And well, for me it was really helpful, because there was another 1-star defense. It kind of looks close always, but it is always close, so it's kind of easy to predict. Another way is to do the Queen Charge Hawk, and the Queen Charge is actually not looking too bad. This guy feels like, I feel like the guy wasn't too bad either, so let's check out how he's doing. The Warbreak set looked really good, but now the issue is once again the L-shaped compartments. He can't really control his queen where she's heading, because she's going for the Lava Hound, and after that, she's not going to the queen. That's basically his biggest problem, and that's why he won't start with his Hawk Riders from the left side, because he still thinks that he somehow can take out the enemy queen. Now he's using the Ram. Like, the Ram was basically like a genius thought, because he tries to get his queen once again back on track with this Ram, which is really smart. So this attacker knows what he's doing, but he's starting with the Hawks from the right side. You saw in the beginning, and maybe you guys remember that, but most of the springs are in the center, which means not too many hogs will fly with the charge like this. But it means the Townhall is already activated, and the Townhall will deal tons of damage, and this means he won't make it to the Townhall, and this is going to be another 1-star. Well, I hope you guys liked or like the base. I hope you guys will like the base. Once again, huge shout out to Slayer who built this base. I hope it's working fine for you guys. It worked really well for me. And well, there are a couple of 1-stars in there, but mainly this base is a complete machine when it comes down to percentage, which is one of the main things, especially when you're kind of like in the middle tier of the trophy leaderboard, I would say. So let me know how you guys, or if you guys are going to test this base, how you guys feel about the base. Let me know your feedback, what you think, and once again, the link is down below in the comment section and in the video description. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. Until then, see you guys and bye bye.